When the sheriff wanted boots, his underlings began the war. When Robin finished with the louts, their feet indeed were sore.
I think your lordship will find yourself happier with this pair.
Yeah, let me do it.
They're in the finest calfskin. Now, aren't they comfortable?
Pull them off again before they cripple me. Is that all you've got?
I have a pair here from London.
Well, let me see them then. Instruments of torture! All I ask is a comfortable pair of shoes.
My lord, you have tried them all.
Is it impossible to get a decent pair of shoes in the whole of England?
Stop! Stop, you fools!
That'll be the Norman gentry from Nottingham, hunting the wild boar in the thicket.
Pigs chasing pigs.
Aye. Here comes one of them.
There's the Sheriff of Nottingham, the Prince of the Sty. Good morning, your lordship.
I need a fresh horse. Mine's gone lame.
We have no horses, my lord. We're but poor bootmakers.
Then saddle me a mule.
We have no mule.
Or a donkey, then.
There is no donkey.
You lying rogue. Last time I rode through the village, there were 2 donkeys in that field.
Your worship must be mistaken.
And how am I to get back to Nottingham?
Your worship could walk.
Walk? Why, it's a good 10 miles.
15 miles and 6 chains.
Suppose I've no choice. Take good care of my horse.
Good day, your worship. My, but your worship is lamer than the horse.
Yes, a curse on all bootmakers.
So it's your boots. Why not try a pair of ours? Of course, they're not so pointed nor so grand, but they are comfortable.
All right, let me see a pair.
You have small feet. These should fit you.
What, these clodhoppers?
They are honest Saxon boots. Feel the leather, is it not soft?
Yes, it is indeed. All right, I'll try them on.
What fine stitching. My, but they're dainty things fit for a princess.
None of your impudence. Help me pull these on. They certainly feel comfortable. What's the name of this village?
Retford.
Retford, eh? What's your name?
Nell, my lord.
Well, you may send 12 pairs of these boots to Nottingham Castle.
Thank you, my lord sheriff.
Thank you. Nell?
What happened to you, my lord? I sent out a search party to look for you.
My mare went lame at Retford. Send a groom for her.
Yes, my lord. How'd you get home, my lord?
I walked.
Master Higgs, the bootmaker, waits upon your lordship.
Oh, he does he? Well, send Master Higgs, the bootmaker, in.
Yes, my lord. Master Higgs?
I've had my men working all night, my lord. I feel sure that you will find some shoes here to your liking.
Excellent. Let me feel.
Feel? Of course, my lord.
Tell me, Master Higgs, what do you think of that?
Well, I suppose you could call them boots, my lord.
Yes, I certainly could call them boots. Now, just feel this leather.
Humphrey?
Remarkable.
Soft as velvet.
This must be some new process.
Well, of course it is, you fool. Point is, how is it we don't know about it?
All right, that'll do, that'll do. Now, when you can find leather as soft as that, I'll buy my boots from you again. Until then, good morning to you, Master Higgs.
But, my lord, where did you buy them?
In the village of Retford.
But I tell you, we'll buy your secret.
And I tell you, Master Higgs, that we can't sell you our secret, because it isn't ours to sell.
Then sell us the leather.
And let you take our business.
My business is in Nottingham.
And so's ours.
And let me tell you that now the sheriff is wearing our boots, the whole of the city is buying them.
And that is what we merchants of Nottingham are not going to stand for. Why, the gentry are going around with their feet shod like serfs, and you steal our profits. I'm warning you. We're going to get the secret of this new way of tanning. If you won't sell it, we shall have to persuade you. Good day.
Hello, Peter. Come with some more hides.
Aye. We want all you can cure this month, Robin.
Business is brisk, then.
Soon everybody in Nottingham will be wearing our boots.
Then you'll be rich, men. I'm taking the money from the pockets of the fat Norman merchants.
There's one been across to see us already. Wanted to buy your secret.
Oh, in that case, I'm glad I kept it to myself. Otherwise, you might have been tempted to sell it.
No fear of that. They say you learnt it from the infidels in Arabia when you were away at the Crusades.
That's true. They're fine leather workers. The secret's in the oil we use. We're keeping that to ourselves.
But how did you come by this market in Nottingham?
The sheriff bought our boots. Now everybody is buying them.
If only he knew, those boots would singe his feet.
Quiet.
I'll teach those villagers to say yes next time, if they know what's good for them.
Yes. Now, your men all understand exactly what it is they have to do.
After we're through with them, they'll come and beg you to listen to their precious secret.
Yes, but you must be careful. You simply must not involve me. Not at all. You understand? Right, now, off you go.
So this is the finest leather in all England, eh? Where'd you get such fine leather, shoemaker?
We prepare it ourselves.
Oh, do you now? You're spoiling the trade of honest Nottingham merchants with your cheap boots.
We make good boots. We do no harm.
Oh? Come on, men. Do your work.
They were sent by the merchants of Nottingham. They wanted to know where we got our leather. There was one with a great black beard.
Did you tell them you got the hides from us?
No. I said that we prepared them ourselves.
Good for you, Peter. Well, we'll see what we can do. It's an hour's ride by the causeway. Little John, horses! Ready, Robin!
This would never have happened if you hadn't bought hides from Robin Hood, trading with an outlaw.
Oh, be quiet, Grandma. The Normans know nothing about it, and we could never afford to buy hides at all until Robin sold them cheap to us.
But what's the use? The Nottingham merchants will never leave us in peace now. Blackbeard said if we were to sell any more boots to Nottingham, he'd be back again.
Aye.
I'm for the forest with Robin, if you'll take me.
What's the good of that, Alan? You're a shoemaker like me, not an archer or a woodsman. Our market's in Nottingham. we're going to keep it.
That's right, Peter. All England can't go to the Greenwood.
Then leave us some of your men to protect us, Robin. They'll come back again.
Look, there's only one way. I can't spare any men to sit here for days waiting for these bullies. You'll just have to learn to defend yourselves.
But we don't know anything about fighting, Robin.
You don't have to be experts. Just enough to hit, trip, and parry. What do you say?
Oh, we'll have a try.
Now, watch this carefully. Head, knife, shoulder, knife. Now you. All right, now it's your turn.
The women can try this too. That's something the Normans won't expect.
Women.
And why not? Do you think we women can't fend for ourselves, little John?
Well, can't a man have a little fun? Ow!
Now I'm having my bit of fun.
Oh, no. That's enough. That's quite enough. Come on, lads. I think it's time we escape the women.
Robin, if you could spare me, I'd like to stay here for a while. As an instructor.
Well, make sure you keep your instructing to the quarterstaff.
Come on, little John.
See who's here. Well, shoemaker, we haven't seen you for nearly a month.
And how sweet Nell?
I'm hungry.
Oh, didn't she feed you?
Feed me. All she wanted to do was to fight me.
And no sign of the Norman bullies, eh?
I just waited on to meet that Blackbeard. If I hadn't been knocked about so much by Nell, I'd be there yet. They won't show up.
There was a lass named Nell, so fair and sweet was she, so sweet and fair, so devil may care. So sweet and fair was she. I love you, John, says she. And fetches him a blow, so sweet and fair, so devil. She fetches him a blow.
A month ago of the shameful way Master Higgs' bullies treated the villagers of Retford.
Yes, I remember the occasion very well. You were wearing a russet dress, trimmed with ermine, and a charming little hat.
And did you take as much notice of my complaint?
Oh, yes, I did indeed. I had very sharp words with Master Higgs.
Sharp words? Do you realize he's paid that black-bearded monster of his to enlist a band to attack the village again? This very day.
I shall have to have sharp words with Master Higgs again. Tell me, where do you glean these fascinating pieces of information?
My servants heard it spoken of in the marketplace this morning.
I see. Would you think me inquisitive if I were to ask what interests these matters have for you? Apart from humanitarian ones, of course.
You forget that Retford's on my father's estate. You may think it old-fashioned of me, but I feel a responsibility towards our people.
So do I. They make excellent boots. I, too, have my sources of information. Master Higgs, the bootmaker, is cooling his heels outside at this very moment. Howard! Howard! Send in the bootmaker.
Hello.
You may leave this matter to me, Mistress Marion. Why is it that you never call to see me except on business? Ah, Master Higgs, I hear your men are planning to raid Retford again today.
I thought it was the duty of the Sheriff of Nottingham to protect the interests of its citizens.
Well?
Now see here, my lord. The merchants of Nottingham are all behind me. These village cobblers are robbing us of our profits, and you forbid us to defend our own interests.
When you can make boots as comfortable as those made in Retford, you'll have no need to fear competition. Until that time, the village has my protection. All right, that is all.
That is not all, my lord.
What did you say?
Do you know who cures these hides?
I'm not it. Who?
Robin Hood. I thought that would interest you. And do you know where the hides come from? Off the backs of the king's deer. By those very boots you're wearing are the king's property. A disgrace, I call it.
I'm not interested in what you call it. What proof have you of this?
There is no tannery in Retford. I had a man watch the village to find out where the hides came from. He followed their donkey train right into Sherwood Forest. They were headed straight for Robin Hood's headquarters.
How did he know where they were headed for?
He was turned back by a sentry, an outlaw. But the donkey train was permitted to pass.
Master Higgs, I've changed my mind. Your men may visit Retford tonight. I hope for your own sake your story is true. I shall have means of finding out.
You think he's lying, my lord?
The merchants of Nottingham would invent any story to protect their profits. But if he's not, I'll hoist Robin Hood's head on a pike over my battlements before sunset. If the villagers are getting their leather from Robin Hood, they'll be under his protection. When he hears that the village is to be raided, he'll come out of Sherwood Forest to help them. The fens lie between Sherwood Forest and the village of Retford.
And if he's in a hurry, there's only one way to cross. Over the causeway between the lakes.
That is where he will cross. And that is where we shall trap him.
One arrow. Oh, wonderful. Oh, plump little fellows. We must hang them for just 3 days, and they'll be delicious. Now, let me see. Tomorrow is Wednesday, Thursday. Oh, well. Oh, by the way, some interesting news came in from Nottingham. The wagon train for London left with double guard.
I wonder what they were carrying.
Now, that's not the interesting part. The extra guard left the wagons 2 miles south of Nottingham. They set off into the woods as secretively as a band of thieves, it seems. When last seen, they were heading for the Great Fen.
And Sherwood Forest. Now what mischief are they up to?
Robin, you must get to Retford as quickly as you can. Blackbeard and his bullies are on their way there now.
The sheriff's men are coming this way.
I saw the sheriff this morning. He promised to protect the village. When I left him, Master Higgs went in to see him. And now his bullies are on their way.
It's a trap. Set for the sheriff for you, Robin. They plan to catch you on the causeway.
Well, come on. We must hurry up. Otherwise we'll be too late to help our shoemakers.
But we'll never get there on time. It's miles round the fens.
We're not going round the fens. We're going across the causeway. Get your legs in, little John.
Are you really sure it'll work, Robin?
You play your part well. Keep your head, and we'll get through.
This is the only approach to the causeway. Robin Hood won't get past here in a hurry.
I suppose he makes a fight for it.
Well, if he does, he'll be unlucky. A score of our men waiting for him. George up the tree there will give a whistle if he sees anybody coming.
Try this out today. Nothing can withstand it. Blackwood from a freak. Hard as iron. And this time, nothing will be spared. And nothing to fear from the sheriff when we're through either. Here. A few Saxon fates are going to suffer today. Come on! Hello, Granny. Where are they all?
Gone fishing, maybe.
Come on out, you Saxon cowards! Running away. Face up to it! Oh.
And you've got a surprise coming to you, young man.
Look at the women.
Come on, Saxon beauties! Show some spirit!
Leave him to me.
Come down and fight, you black-bearded Norman dog!
Go on, Little John. Fight him.
Fight? What do you think I'm doing? Norman dog under the lamp straight!
Cunning, Little John, cunning!
Oh, my poor John.
All right now, Blackbeard. Let's have a look at that stick of yours.
Look! Never feel of it. No, Shoemaker! Don't hit me, not with that stave!
Yes, I see what you mean. All right, we'll let you off this once. But I'll keep this stick, and if you show up in Retford again, I'll break every bone in your body. Now go back home to Nottingham.
No! I'll go. I won't come back. You all are savages here.
Will! Go to Sherwood and kill the fattest deer you can find. Tonight we make merry here.
Did you hear what he called Robin? Shoemaker.
And after your work today, I'd be proud to be one. Now, what have you done to little John?
No, Nell, don't hit me, Nell. Please, don't hit me again, Nell.
Robin Hood has been brought to you tonight by Band-Aid plastic strips with Super Stick and Johnson & Johnson First Aid Cream, the new antiseptic that won't sting.
Robin Hood, riding through the glen. Robin Hood, with his band of men. Feared by the bad, loved by the good. Robin Hood.